I was just gonna
Guys,
see if
what
you
if I
guys were
told you
ready,
that
so
I
I knew how
wasn't
far I
ready?
was.
Wait, wait, Mr. I just read the rest of it. Mr. Monkey can chuck a rock at people.
Mr. Monkey throw rock at your skull.
It's at a part of his stat block. He can throw a boulder.
Where's he get it
Cass,
from?
is
He
this
pulls it
is
out of
this
his
is this
pants. He pulls it out of his
is
back
this
pocket.
is this Mr. Monkey? Is this Mr. Monkey?
All right, chat. It is time to
Yeah.
lock in.
Stay close, move fast. The darkness cannot last. No hope, no path. But we got a dream to catch, and we cannot wait. Trust the way we're made. The sparrow's born to fly. The mountains tower. The river knows to reach the sea. Rain will help the flowers be. We're the same, you and me. Lightning doesn't take advice from anyone. The wheel of times and needs to learn to stay. A sun seeks day. We'll find our way and we'll catch the dream together someday soon. Rising like the moon.
Flos has been given a task. Here at about 3 in the morning. Atreus, a good friend, a benefactor, leader of the Yellow Jackets, deal maker, sketchy guy in general, needs you to find another one of his lost kin. One of the Yellow Jackets he wants to reform and give astral souls to in order to stop Yandril, Noctis, and the NBO eventually. Last session he gave you a flyer for a circus that's in town, that's here in Beacon. He told you that this person believes they got into a bit of some trouble at this circus. And I think that's all he told you. He was very vague about it. So, Floss, you have gone to the address, and next to you, coming along for the ride, is Tar Kageyama and Calvin. This place is in the docks of Beacon, a place that we haven't seen just yet before. What's up, Floss?
Why? Okay, this is just a me question, not a Floss question. Why did Calvin come with me?
Calvin, what motivated you to go help Floss out?
I think. Okay, so last I remember, Severance just kind of left.
Yes, Severance left after Atreus told her that the Crucible came asking for her and asking about a cult.
Yeah, so Severance is currently crashing out in an unknown location, and Tar and Floss are the only two of like the party that Calvin has decided to work with.
Yes, and Claire left. Like, she turned into a bunch of bats and flew away.
Claire's not there. It is literally just Tar and Floss. I'm
We're
assuming,
okay, I didn't realize we were the remainder of the party.
as of right now.
Yeah, wait.
So
when's the last
chances
time
are
Claire's
Calvin
been-
just followed the other two.
When's the last time that Claire's been in session?
2 sessions ago, I believe.
Okay. So 5 years?
Yeah.
Okay. And do I have a name or a face for this person that I'm supposed to be looking for?
No. Atreus failed to tell you this guy's name or what he looks like. You're kind of going in blind. The only lead you have is this circus, and this guy is in hot water. So Calvin is here. Plunkett is here, Calvin's little minion, who's like happily walking along. Tar, you're here as well. And actually, since I asked Calvin, what motivated you to come with the two of them?
I'd like to think after
Sorry, I meant to ask Tar that because I did. I
Yeah,
did
because
just
we
ask
literally
you.
already asked you.
Yeah.
I already asked you, bud. Shut your mouth.
Sorry. Okay.
It's okay.
I think, Tar being like the big brooding force that he is just worried about the other two. Even though they can hold their weight, it's just like a Tar thing is he's worried about when other people are going out to do their own thing. So I'd imagine he kind of made a quick decision after not seeing where Severance went and not seeing where Claire went, just to follow Floss and Calvin and try and be like support.
Oh yeah. Sorry, bear with me. Okay, so do you guys have a conversation on the way to the docks at all with each other?
I think Calvin's pretty much silent on the way, notably so.
I actually have something.
Hell yeah. You guys are walking towards the docks. Here at night, I think the city gets lower and lower the further out you go from Beacon. And so you guys have to pass down like these stairs with a railing that go down in levels, and the income of the area also lessens in quality as you go further away from Beacon's highest light, that gigantic tower that spews light out into the city.
You
So
could say
as
the,
you guys,
the beacon.
yes, the Beacon,
Minecraft Beacon.
which is why it's called Beacon actually. And so you guys
No way.
keep going down, and you notice like the streets and walls here get more dilapidated and overgrown as you go outwards.
Calvin's not gonna comment on it, but he is personally thinking that just like seeing the state of the outer parts of this place, he's going to put a good bit of the blame on the NVO for that. just in his head.
Likewise. I guess they're just kind of walking out. So, what's up with that thing? And Floss points towards the crown on your head. And I don't know if Calvin is looking or cares, but it's definitely not out of like a oh, what's that thing? Like it's like out of a genuine curiosity, considering that. I guess Calvin doesn't know that, huh? But I'm sure it can probably be read on her face that it is a genuine curiosity because seeing the crown like fall off and like the whole shebang
like,
happening. Because
him coming back and like
yeah,
all that shit.
as far as Floss is aware, I don't know if she knows that you're in
Like,
necromancy.
I'm pretty sure. Like, wasn't there a whole thing last session where like the guy in the book told you it was a phylactery?
No, he just mentioned that
think
there is a
Atticus-
failed lich amongst the party.
Oh, failed lich. That's all. Okay, so that's all Floss.
I
knows.
remember a
just trying to
phylactery
find her.
being mentioned. I don't know if it was like that guy's got a phylactery
It was
or like
mentioned out of character.
it was mentioned. I think.
It was. I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
know.
it was mentioned out of character.
Well,
when it fell
I
to
know
the ground.
Calvin definitely didn't mention it because why would he?
Yeah.
Oh no, okay, so Cass, you had went to help put it back on, and you had asked me if you can assume you know what that is at this point. And I think I had you roll for it, and I said, you have gathered, based on what has happened, that is likely his phylactery.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So I do already know this.
I think that you have an assumption.
Well, I think she asks regardless. I think I'm gonna go through with my previous RP statement.
Okay. He sees you pointing to the crown on his head. Brings a hand up to it. Think of it like a lifeline.
I see.
I'm holed up in there, and this body I'm in, if it dies, I wait until someone puts it on someone else's head.
And what about that guy? And I turn towards Plunkett.
Plunkett looks at you with big, beady eyes and starts waving.
That's Plunkett. He's been around since I made this. I don't really know where he came from, but he's a nice little guy. If you don't let him stab you.
Can Floss presume that this is a necrotic minion?
You can roll
Or
magic if you would like.
because I don't know how much he knows about necromancy. For the purposes of in lore, like meta wise, Floss doesn't have a prime minion yet. I'm just
Right.
gonna say that.
We'll get there.
Yeah. I'll tell you how it happens when it happens. What am I rolling?
Roll magic to see if you can recognize that this is a minion.
Oh shit! I forgot my non-combat advantages. I'm just gonna make them the same as they were, magic and perception. So let me roll this again. Okay, well that's a 7 plus 6 is a 13.
You can tell he's definitely like a summonable, I think.
Okay, he's not just some guy that followed him. Okay. I think Floss is gonna I think Floss isn't gonna say anything else, but she's gonna pull out the Book of Undeath and just start like flipping through it, just like to spend the time. If Calvin has anything to
I
comment
would
about
like
that.
to ask myself,
Oh,
what's your game plan with that? And he's like pointing at the book as you're flipping through it.
well, Floss does that thing where you like shut the book with one hand. It's been made abundantly clear to me by several people, both those I look up to and those I don't particularly like, that this is something I shouldn't exactly toy with, and it's something that I should use for a true, genuine purpose other than fun. And as much as that doesn't exactly tickle me the right way, I do understand its impertinence, and she like looks off to the side a little bit.
You're
The
trying to
NBO
learn what's in there, isn't it? Wait, you actually, just scratch what I just said. You just said something.
Yeah.
You were going to say something about the
Yeah.
NVO. Go ahead.
Yeah. The NBO has made my and several other people's lives, several millions of other people's lives, living
I will
hell.
note, the moment you say the NVO, you have Calvin's full attention.
Fucking neuron activation monkey.
Like, I think the moment you say what you say there, Calvin actually gives you like his full attention.
Yeah. I'll just repeat what I said. The NBO has made millions of people's lives living hells, and they're already on the down curve, I suppose. And if it's going to be up to anyone, I think I should at least have a hand in their destruction. But, I can't do that if I'm not, powerful. So.
Calvin's going to nod at that, actually. If you're gonna do that, keep in mind the taboo magics, the stuff you gotta find in there. Don't think of it as evil. Just think of it as a different avenue.
Right.
You
I
got a
don't
good
under-
reason, kid.
They always say it's evil.
Well, that's for the people who use it.
Right.
All comes down to the caster.
I could have sworn that he wasn't from New York
He's
last
always
session.
been like that. He's always been like that.
He always? I could have
Yeah,
sworn.
it's
I
really
could
funny.
The whole
It's really funny.
time.
Does his voice change based on his body?
No, that's just his
That
voice.
just okay. So
So if he possessed a little baby woman, it would be the fucking boss baby New York voice.
like a 2-year-old tiefling baby. Okay, what's happening here?
Look, I've been making deals with Finch.
All right.
Want to sign my contract?
All right.
Oh, that's all.
But Calvin is gonna say that is a good reason, though.
Yeah. I mean, also some other things, but mainly the NBO.
And stop talking now, I think.
Yeah, likewise.
Okay. Eventually, you guys arrive at the docks of Beacon. And this isn't like the normal, like, main quote-unquote docks. This is more of a back alley, if anything. A place for smaller ships to set up. And as you approach, this low fog kind of rolls in off of the sea, and we see more or less nothing, actually. Off in the distance, where the fog meets the dock, there is a very small-looking gray tent set up with its flaps closed.
Is this anywhere near the circus at all?
This is where this is supposed to be.
Okay. Really quick, Austin, out of character. What town was it that Hart's friend took me to once we left prison? Was it Beacon or no?
No, God, no. You were in
No.
the Shattered Lands.
We were in the no. We went from the Shattered Lands to Waterdeep. No,
I don't remember.
I could have sworn that it was Beacon
I'm
that
pretty
he took us
sure.
to.
No, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't Sunwich. I'm pretty sure the whole bit was
Oh,
that-
Beacon's in
No,
Sunwich.
no, no,
What
no.
the fuck? I'm
Hold
stupid.
on. What happened was you left the prison, you went to the Shattered Lands. Hart then said, I have a friend in Valhaven. And then from the Shattered Lands sent you directly there.
Okay, I'm stupid. I for some reason I don't know why I thought Beacon was in Waterdeep. We're in fucking Sunwich right now. Okay, ignore me. I'm stupid. Hello, Severance. And excuse you. Anyways, there's just a grade 10. Well, what time is it, by the way?
Hold on, give me a second. It's like 3 a.m.
It's like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if I need to roll perception for this, but there's no kind of circus or any kind of tent or other than when you say grade tent, you mean like a camping kind of tent, like a
Like a circus tent, but it is
Oh.
much smaller and gray.
Okay. I guess Floss like heads through the front of the circus. I can't really knock. I try not to intrude too much, but I open the flap, I suppose, or like I go in.
As you open the flap, you see what appears to be a dilapidated sort of room of circus memorabilia. There is a strange old wooden chest in like the right corner. There are flyers and posters all over the place, some papers scattered about. More importantly, in the middle of the tent, kind of set up against the pole that's keeping the tent up, there is a strange-looking wooden mannequin slumped against the pole that's holding it up.
I'm looking at the chest.
Looking in the chest, you see a handful of photos, more of the same posters that are around. You see a small ledger. You see some, like, feather boa necklaces, some, like, clown noses, a bunch of, like, old school, like, gold pieces.
Oh, wait, gold pieces, like
Mhm.
like money.
Like 15 gold pieces.
Okay, thank you. What is it? The conversion rate's 8. 15 times 8, 120. Okay. 120 green ember. I think Floss grabs one of the clown noses and puts it on Tar and gets back to searching.
Do you look at the photos or the ledger or any of the papers?
I grabbed the ledger. Floss knows what that is. What is a ledger?
A ledger's like a book that keeps tracks of, like, business transactions, usually.
Oh, okay. Kind of like a checkbook, I guess, but
Yep.
like, okay. I guess I just, yeah, I mean, okay, well, I guess I look at the more, I have the ledger in hand, but like, let me look at all like the posters and the photos and stuff, I guess.
Picking up the ledger, you see the scratched into the leather cover is the words Zambini Family Circus. Looking at the posters, it appears that these are flyers for the Zambini Family Circus that travels around Sunwich once a year. And there's a little blurb at the bottom of the poster that talks about their yearly annual entourage, when to go there, the kind of things to expect, how much tickets are, free nuts and popcorn for kids under 10. Looking at the photos, you see what appears to be an elven family. They have stark white hair. There is a mother, there is a father, and there are two young-looking boys. One is clearly taller and older than the other, and they're all kind of wearing like ringmaster-esque attire, like these red and black sort of regalia.
All right. Okay, and I know he didn't say his name, so I have no idea who I'm looking for, right?
You have no idea.
No idea. Other than it was at the circus, and so, sorry for asking again, but why was I sent here again? Like to look for them, but like what
One of
specifically?
the members of the Yellow Jackets, because Atreus
Right.
is trying to bring them together, like all of the
Right.
members who had left, he's trying to bring them together again so they can give them astral souls and fight against not only Yandril, but eventually the NBO.
Right, and one of them was here.
And yes, one of them is here and has gotten into some hot water, is what
Hot
Atreus
water.
said. And
Okay,
he
hot
wants
water.
you to go help them.
Okay. Is there anything else I could look at before the ledger? The like posters, photos. I already looked at those, but is there any kind of like notes or letters or?
There's papers in here. They appear to be like a bunch of old applications for people trying to sign up to be in the circus. A lot of those like applications include very sad stories about how they were always different in society and often labeled freaks, and the circus being the only place that they consider home.
When are these applications dated? And don't tell me the year because I don't know what year it is in Reliance, just relative to now.
About 20 to 30 years back.
Does everything in here kind of look 20 to 30 years back?
Yeah,
if
everything
Flos
here
doesn't?
is pretty dilapidated and run down.
Even like what about the physical make of the tent? Is it dilapidated?
Yes,
and
it
run
is
down?
this gray, colorless, lifeless tint that kind of flaps in the wind here on this dock. The only thing that doesn't seem run down is the mannequin slumped against the pole. It seems perfect, sort of a birch wood varnish.
Let me take a look at the ledger really quick.
You open the ledger. Inside
Well, okay.
the cover, you see a photo of that family again, with the circus tent behind them, all sort of posing with like smiles. The two younger, like boys, they appear to be playing in the photo while the parents are trying to take a photo. As you go through the ledger, you see for the past, like over the span of years and years and years, this family going throughout Sunwich and putting on a show, and kind of like making a lot of money doing it. There's notes here and there of the boys, like little in the margins, like, oh, the boys are growing up, they're getting along great, just kind of like little margins and snippets into a life well lived.
When is the last entry?
Yes, eventually you find the last entry, which happened about 15 years back. You see an entry that talks about how Alexandria is falling ill, and they have to do something about it. There was a note that says, our other business practice might be the answer.
Could I presume that Alexandria is a specific family member, and if so, which one?
You can roll a quick common sense.
Oh God. Modifier on that's 0, so 30-20. Or not a 30-20. 30. What is it? Just normal D20 roll. That's a 10.
You might find an answer on one of the photos somewhere.
I grab one of the photos.
What do you do
And
with the photo?
I probably like. Are they in frames or are they just like
No, they're
scattered
just
loose?
they're like scrapped. Like
I start checking the backs of photos.
yes, you see on the back of one of the photos, it says Alexandria, age 46. Matthias, age 47. You see Heimel, age 15. And then you see Xander, age 8. It would appear that Alexandria is the mother.
Right. I close the ledger, but I keep it in my hand for now, or maybe I set it on a desk or something. Just I don't put it back on the chest. I leave it out. Is there anything more I could inspect from this mannequin? And I think I want to make it apparently obvious to Tar and to Calvin that Floss is suspicious of this mannequin, to say the least. If they want to roll anything as well, if they care.
Calvin. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Let's see what actually, because Floss was digging about. Let's see what Calvin and Tar were doing while you were doing that.
I think Calvin. Would it be safe to say Calvin noticed that everything but this like mannequin is dilapidated and run down and
I
shit?
think that's safe to assume. It sticks out like a sore thumb when you enter the tent.
Calvin's going to hesitantly approach it and see if there's anything magic about it from a glance.
Okay, from a glance, roll a magic check for me.
Can I do that as
You
well?
got it.
Yes, you as well, Floss.
Do I have advantage on those?
Well, that's a natural 20 plus 6 is 26, and I didn't even use my advantage on that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 27.
Okay. Floss and Calvin, both of you, I believe, have seen an ability like this before. That mannequin is part of someone's astral soul.
Oh,
I'm gonna look to Floss. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah. But,
Okay. What does Calvin know about astral souls?
Calvin, roll a quick history check with advantage.
That is gonna be a 21.
Okay. Here's what you know. There are people who are able to manifest their arcane soul in a form that represents them directly. These representations often have incredibly unique and special abilities that reflect who the person is entirely. If you are a sharpshooter who has centered your life around guns, there is a chance that your astral soul will aid that or reflect that. And this can be applied to pretty much anything. Astral soul wielders either have to train their willpower and resolve in order to bring it out, or they are naturally gifted with it. And those are the two ways an astral soul comes about as far as you know.
hey, Austin.
Because you want to know
actually,
something
I'll be back.
funny, Austin?
What's up?
Do you know a very significant person who is also a very significant person in Calvin's backstory who is an astral soul user?
I do not remember at this time.
Okay. I'll just DM you, because
Okay.
this is rather important, because I feel like this would be paramount to his knowledge of astral souls.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You know an astral warrior who is relatively important to you, I would say. I think maybe you did you looked into that power a little bit. So you know, like, pretty much the bare basics of everything there is to know about an astral soul. They are incredibly unique. They usually have a special ability that not just anyone has, and that can range from I can shoot lasers from crystals I summon to if you use your foot to do something, you explode.
Would I also know that there's a particular range to astral souls?
You know that some users have long-range astral souls, and other users have short-range astral souls, because all astral souls are inherently unique and come in very many different ways. But in order for an astral soul to be active, it must be close to a user. Unless they have a special thing that says otherwise. Like if there is a snippet of their ability that's like, yeah, you can snipe 8 million miles away.
Hey, Austin.
All right, give me a second. I gotta do something, and I'll
Okay.
do my thing.
Okay. While he's doing that, can I grab the ledger and look through more photos? And can I try and extract as much information as possible about the two boys and like maybe their lives or their personalities or what they do exactly?
Roll a quick
Like depending on like
investigation for me.
investigation. All right.
Yeah.
6.
They're in the circus, and they like it.
Both of them like it?
Both of them love it, actually.
Okay, and I can draw this from that.
Yes, they seem to be a very happy, healthy family. Or at least, they were healthy until Alexandria fell sick.
Well, that's actually useful information for a 6, so I appreciate that.
It is the bare minimum.
I mean, hey, maybe like one of them really wasn't liking it, and like, I don't know.
You're being deceived right now from your information.
Would I lie
It's
to
called
you?
not metagaming, dickface.
No, I know.
I mean, Austin could be lying, but I don't think that's a lie.
I'm back.
Okay. What do you guys do now? Tar, what do you do?
I think Tar's just kind of like waltzing. Well, not waltzing, just like, wandering around the room looking at everything. Not really like anything particular catching his eye.
Plunkett grabs one of the boa necklaces, like the large feather boas, from one of the chests and puts it on and starts wearing it.
Also,
That's-
Tar still has the clown nose on, by the way. I just want to make that abundantly clear.
Wait, what?
Did he not even notice? I literally said, Austin, you remember this,
I
right?
do remember this. It was funny.
I said out loud while I was searching through the chest, I put a clown nose on Tar and get back to searching. And he didn't even notice. That's really funny. Tar,
Oh.
wait, Austin, does Tar just notice now that he has a clown nose on?
Maybe.
Hold on. I gotta roll. Let me roll a perception check.
I'll make the DC's 10. If it's above 10, then you notice now. If you don't, then it stays.
I got a 17.
Okay.
I think Tar kind of gives it a squeak and then throws it off.
Okay.
It took him like 2 minutes, 2 whole minutes to notice. The fucking clown nose. Flos is going to... Flos is going to pull out the Poseidon.
You pull out this gun. It shimmers as you pull it out.
And I'm just going to lightly tap the mannequin on the shoulder with the barrel of the gun. Like, I'm not going to pull the trigger or anything. I'm just going to tap it.
As you tap the mannequin, the world around you changes. Expanding outward, and from the mannequin, this small tent turns into a gigantic circus tent. There are thousands of people in seats cheering and howling, yet none of them have any faces. The mannequin dissolves in front of you and reappears behind. In front of you, you see a ringmaster. This is an elven man who doesn't look like the elven man in the photo. He's probably in his 30s. He has a patch like a goatee. He's dressed in the ringmaster's attire of red and black. There are several cages swinging from poles on the left. In these cages, we see a younger looking woman. She's maybe in her 20s, who looks terrified on her knees with like this patchy brown hair. You see a red dragonborn dressed in pirate's garb who instantly snaps his head as you appear. There are also, in their own cage, a handful of people who look like villagers who are all terrified. As the three of you appear in here, the ringmaster looks. He holds out a hand, and this cane appears, and he points to you guys. What brings you here?
We're looking for a oh, she doesn't say the I need to ask you what the two children's names are again.
Heimel and Xander.
We're looking for a Heimel or a Xander.
At first you say Heimel, and you notice this guy smiles wide and is about to like present himself to you, and as you say Xander, his arms about to flail drop limp to his sides. The mannequin waltzes over to him and then sits down.
Wait, the mannequin waltzes over to Heimel?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's safe to say you've come to our circus. What act will you be performing for us today?
Flos, like immediately, like 90-degree shoots her darts from, like her eyes, like shoots her darts from, Xander and Heimel to Calvin, like not even moving her head, just like looking at the like out of the like left shot of her eye, just like staring at him. Like,
I'd like to say, Calvin is staring at where the mannequin was, in a bit of his own little world right now.
oh, okay, that's fine. Floss looks back. Floss looks at Tar.
Heimel looks to Tar and says, "A bugbear! Perfect for our lion tamer act." You see he holds out his hand. The mannequin mimics the arm movement. Tar, I need you to roll a lean saving throw.
Lean, gotcha. Let me go to my character sheet. I don't even have it open. My bad, gang. That is a dirty 20.
You feel this energy pulling at yourself. Around you from the ground, these bars begin to like come up and try to stretch around you. I think you're able to just like burst out of them the second they try to like form around you.
Okay.
Floss is going to look to Heimel, which I'm assuming is the ringmaster guy. You know, you can just ask us if you want us to do things. You don't have to capture us.
Well, the lion belongs in a cage, does he not?
I was assuming that he would be the lion tamer, no?
Oh, of course not.
Well, why not?
Because he's a lion.
He's a
I mean,
bugbear.
look at him.
I think you got your animals mixed up, sir.
I don't like this
Regardless.
disrespect.
Well, I apologize. I'm assuming you're one of Heimel, yes?
That is me, Ringmaster Heimel. As he says that, he kind of like twirls around, and this pillar comes out of the ground that's like a cacophony of colors, and then it lowers and back down again. The audience roars and cheers at his name.
Floss gets a devilish idea. I have a proposition for you.
I do love a proposition.
we'll play in your little ringmaster games, one game for each of us, and if we succeed to your liking, I need as much information out of you as I can get.
Sounds like a fun game. I'll oblige.
Calvin, Tar, you fine with that?
Kelvin is silent.
Which one of you
As
would care to
long as
go
I'm
first?
Not no damn lion.
Tar, we really need this, Tar. I mean, hey, and hey, if people get too close to the line, you know what lions do when they get too close to people.
R for the first time gives like a depressed sigh. Fine.
Well, and I look to Heimel.
He steps back. The arena here in the circus shifts, and all of you go sort of like skidding back on the sand that makes up the ground, and he's created distance between you. He holds out his hand again, the mannequin mimicking every motion he makes. The two of them raising their hands up. The center of the circus, this circle appears. Step forward, my first act.
Does it seem that Calvin or Tar are going to go first?
I think Kelvin regains his composure by this point.
You want to go first?
Let's get this over with. And he steps up first.
You see he kind of looks at you. He holds his arms behind his back and makes a dip down. He's clearly examining you. The mannequin looks at you as well, and you see false eyes where its eyes should be begin to glow gold. After he sizes you up, he stops walking. The mannequin's eyes disappear. I know just the act for you, Calvin. He snaps his fingers. You guys see this very small car that is bright red and pink starts kind of driving out of nothing into the inner circle. The door opens, and a good dozen clowns start piling out of the car. They're more painted like mimes than clowns should be, and each one of them has a different painted face. Calvin, you see one that looks like your current body, with blue face paint that's like smeared all over, this ragged sort of blue wig, red eyes painted over the eyelids. And I think you realize as all of them are walking around you, they resemble past bodies you've been. They all kind of start encircling you. The ringmaster says, 1,000 lives, yet who are you on the inside? What do you stand for? Who will you be? And more importantly, what will you be remembered for, Calvin? They all kind of start getting closer to you, circling you like sharks.
I'm assuming it's my turn to respond.
Yes,
now.
yeah.
Give me a sec. I actually need to think about like what a good answer is for this, because there is a particular answer. You want to take a second? I might take a second with this. Shit. Okay. Kelvin thinks for a moment, and then looks at the guy. and says, "Following through on my word."
And what
NBO.
word is that, Calvin?
The NBO. I'll make sure they're gone.
As you guys hear Calvin say that, one of the cages begins to rattle. The woman with ragged hair, who looks to be in her 20s, she stands up and moves away from the edge of her cage, trying to get as far away as possible. The mimes, the clowns, their faces shift. It looks like their faces are now covered and stained in blood. Their hands as well. Is that who you want to be remembered as, Calvin? The man who killed the NBO?
Why I'm still here. I'm like putting my hands out, like, that's why I'm still here.
I can't say I blame you for wanting to kill those fascists. They did take everything from me after all. Maybe you and I share a bit of DNA, Calvin. Perhaps you're no clown after all. Wear your makeup well. Keep your cards close. You see all the clowns start like saluting you and then walk single file, like marching back into the ridiculously small clown car. One of them struggles to get a boot in, has to pull his leg up, and then slams the door shut. The car barely starts, and then putters off into nothing. Heimel throws a bunch of flowers your way. The crowd begins to cheer. They start screaming your name. Calvin! Calvin! Calvin!
He's looking around like, hang on a second, what was it with the cage that was going on earlier?
There is a woman who looks to be in her like mid-20s. She has this patchy brown hair. She was sitting in the cage, and after you said that, she moved to like the back of her cage, trying to make distance between you and her.
Calvin's looking incredulously at that, but I'm
She
assuming
seems to
it's
be
time
like,
for her.
she's looking at you stressed.
Has Calvin walked over back to where Tar and Floss are right now?
I'm assuming it's my time to walk back over, right?
Yes, you walk back over.
Yeah.
Heimel says, Calvin, give us a bow, won't you? The crowd just starts like roaring.
Calvin rolls his eyes. Does a bow, like begrudgingly.
Floss leans over to Calvin and whispers to him, "We'll find out everything we need to after this," and looks towards the cage that he was looking at.
I think he's just like eyes narrowed at Heimel right now.
Floss looks to Tar, expectingly.
Tar, with the most humiliated look on his face, gets down on all fours like a lion
And
Oh
walks
my
over.
God.
and walks
Oh
over.
my god.
Heimel looks afraid. He does the Macaulay Culkin, like, hands on the cheeks, like the oh no face from Home Alone. And he goes, everyone, look out! A lion has broken into our circus! The ring around you, you see the mannequin starts moving on its own. A large iron cage, like Hell in a Cell style, falls around you. You see, out from nothing beside you, vroom, a handful of lions appearing. Tar, what were the colors of the Kagayama family?
Oh my god, I think it was. Oh fuck. I think it was orange and blue, and that's why my furs dyed that color.
Okay. You see.
Wait, your dyed orange and blue? Wait, I thought that was
Yeah,
your mascot
so
hair
I-
color.
orange and
one
blue
of the
and white.
lions is orange, and the other is blue. You see, he says, but worry not, fair circus goers. I have a lion tamer to come take care of them. You see this large, muscular man with no face at all appears. He whips out this large whip, It lights on fire. You see the orange lion kind of backs off a bit. But will Tar do anything? You see the whip goes, and both lions smear into an explosion of blood. Then you see the mannequin moving once more, making these sort of poses. Beside you, 2 more lions appear. Tar, what were the colors of your original dojo?
Oh my.
Are exploding, guys.
Tristan?
I want to
hit.
say it was like pink and white for like the cherry blossoms and white for like oh, what is that circle called? The white and black circle. Yes, thank you. Yin and yang.
Yeah. You see one that is pink and white, and one that is black and white. Heimel goes, 2 more appeared, but will Tar do anything? And once again, a whip, and they explode into an eruption of gore that covers your legs and hips. Surely that
I
must be
think with-
all.
With the symbolism, Tar recognizes it immediately. And I think this is where I use Monster Mash.
Tar grows twice in size, his fur bulking. Beside you, out from behind you, 2 more lions appear. One of this sort of maroon and gold, and one of black and gold. They appear larger than the previous ones. They seem to be in synchronization with you, with your movements. But will Tar do something this time?
I charge the Lion Tamer.
As you go running, the second your fist connects, the lions, mimicking your every move, one goes under, the other goes over, and for a split second, you could swear they're still with you. As your fist connects, the guy explodes into gore all over you, staining your fur a deep red. The crowd erupts into cheers. The cage dissolves around you into liquid metal. Has Tar learned his lesson yet? To stand up for those he loves?
Oh, he gives out like this guttural roar.
The crowd is screaming with joy.
And I think that's when he just kind of scoffs and walks back and unuses Monster Mash.
You see the blood that's in the arena dissolves. The blood in your fur is like dripping from you, fading into the ground, but the white of your fur is still slightly stained pink. Give it up for Tar Kagayama! The crowd goes insane.
Like
Yeah.
someone's probably fucking throwing popcorn or some shit.
Tar walks back to Floss and Calvin.
I'm gonna mention Calvin very much does not like this guy, and that shows on his face.
I think Tar the same.
Hey, I'm gonna lean over to Floss. You owe me one.
Floss nods. The final act. And Floss is gonna hit her armor up pendant really quick and switch into, because she's been in her Anorak armor the whole time, but
Oh,
she's
yeah.
gonna switch into her normal stuff.
The
With
crowd
the
starts
glasses.
cheering.
And Floss is going to trek forward for the final act.
And for our last act, the woman of the hour, Flosbury de Zill. Show us your balancing act. He steps back. You find yourself being raised, the mannequin kind of raising its arms on this large pole that goes up and up and up on this platform. You see a very thin wire that stretches across a way. Another platform. You've got to be hundreds of feet up. The arena floor bursts into flames. Flames that you can swear scream at you, Floss. Appearing in your arms is this large metal pole. On one side, a heavy book, thousands of skulls. On the other, a yellow jacket.
Wait, okay, wait, sorry. Can you repeat like the last sentence?
Appearing in your hand is a large
my hand.
metal pole.
Okay.
One end has a heavy book on it and a bunch of skulls. The other end has a simple, humble yellow jacket. As that appears, though you're hundreds of feet up, I think Calvin and Tar see the Dragonborn man, the Iguanid man, dressed like a pirate. His eyes go wide, and he appears to be staring at the yellow jacket.
And I'm currently on a platform and there's a tightrope in front of me, right?
Yes, and there's another platform across the way.
I think Floss looks to the crowd really quick before.
The crowd is quiet with anticipation.
Floss takes the first step under the tightrope.
You did hear about the fire below, right?
Yeah. Is it rising or is it just screaming at me?
No. And looking down, you can see from the smoke hundreds of souls screaming in agony.
Floss takes the first step.
As you take the first step, the left side leans down. Heimel says, "Your most wanted affair. Take out a great evil. Do your service to every country in the world. I have to agree with you. They're a bit of a stain on this place. I'd love to kill them all myself, too." On the other end, the right side grows very heavy. I need you to roll a brawn check.
The one stat that I fucking dumped on my respec. Okay. Please, 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 please. That's an. Is it? Can I? Is there anything I can do? Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me check my friendship bracelet. Hold on. Let me check. +1. Okay, so it's a 9.
The right side is way too heavy for you. You're able to catch yourself by using the yellow jacket to support yourself and hold the pole up. A bunch of those skulls just go like falling off down into the fire. As they land, there's explosions in the smoke. You can see visions of your village burning down in front of you. He says, "The weight of evil on your soul. A toll to gain power, Floss, but is it really worth it? I'd do anything to take the NBO out as well, but isn't that a little far?"
Loss will take the next step.
You take a couple more steps before anything happens. I think you're able to balance out this pole a bit more. As you continue, things begin piling up on the left side. You see a gun. You see a strange weapon made of monster bone. You see what appears to be a handful of beads with some tea leaves. And then you see a tiny red crown. The side begins to balance out somewhat.
Does Floss recognize the crown?
Yes, that's the crown that you saw Calvin with. You eventually make it to the other side unscathed. The crowd lets out a sigh of relief and a cheer. Heimel says, "Remember what you have to do to keep yourself grounded. Don't lose yourself in your pursuit for justice. I know I wouldn't." The flames disappear. The pole's lower. The one in your hand disappears. "Let's give it up for Floss!" The crowd goes insane.
Floss is kind of looking at her hands and thinking to herself that was too easy. That was it. Like this might be a bias towards herself, and she recognizes that, but Calvin's and Tar's acts felt much more personal and deep cutting towards them, and she feels like everything that's been iterated to her by Heimel has already been said 1,000 times before. And as she thinks this, Floss is going to put her hands down, and she's going to look towards Heimel. Again.
You wish to go again? Well, I won't stop you. Please step forward, Floss.
Floss is going to step forward, I suppose.
Do you wish to go with the balancing act again, or do you have something else up your sleeve?
Make it an encore, if you will.
Give it up for Floss's encore! The circus goes crazy. People are, like, throwing shit at you. They seem ecstatic. Once again, you find yourself raised, the ground below becoming fire. This pole appears. You have the book with the skulls on the right, and this humble yellow jacket on the left.
Floss takes the first step.
You take the first step. Would you roll another brawn check for me?
That's a 10.
With a 10.
Actually, no. You don't know because I don't have the thing, and it's a -1, so it's a 9 again. It's the same 9. So I basically do the same thing.
Yes. You keep going. Eventually, this stuff piles on you. Once again, you're able to like catch it and not fall. The like tension of the wire is like bouncing. You're barely keeping yourself up there. Again, the stuff from your friends appears on the left side, keeping you in check.
And that left side isn't, like, despite how much Floss balances with the beam left and right and wobbles to and fro, the left side doesn't really change at all.
No, it appears that, like, the objects that are here are not their real weight. They are not communicative of how heavy they should be. It appears.
No,
to be
I meant in a metaphysical context. The Floss wobbling the bar all around isn't making these like fall or leave or anything of that sort.
If you wanted to like shake shit off, you can.
I'm not going to, no.
Okay.
I don't think Floss would do that. But, you know, hold on, let me DM you something really
Okay.
quick.
Okay.
That's
see
what I
you're
meant in a
going for.
Yeah.
I think here's what happens. This time, you get halfway across, and you notice that strange weapon made of monster bone vanishes. That gun vanishes. The beads vanish. All you're left with is this crown and this jacket. The right side gets heavier, gets harder for you to hold, and Heimel says, "It seems the first time around, your friends were faithful, but perhaps you've done something to upset them. I would hold your friends close, Floss. You might not have very many left."
Floss, like, tries, like, stops moving forward and tries to balance and find a way to keep the right side from overwhelming her. And she,
Go
You're
ahead.
gonna say-
Go ahead.
and she rifles through everything. And, like, all the people, all of the things that she's done. And it starts panging in the back of her mind. And for a moment, everything kind of dims in her brain and goes silent. And all she can think about is Sophie. And I think that allows her to take another step.
As you take another step, you see these large golden guns appear on the left side. There are little hearts etched into the gun. You see Heimel kind of gives a smile, and says, "It seems you found your footing after all. But who knows? Maybe they're upset with you as well, in the dark, in your absence, having left and said nothing at all." The guns disappear as well.
Floss goes back to rifling through everything, and she can't come up with anything. There's nothing that she can do or say that'll ever bring any of what she had back. She can only lose. She can't gain.
Eventually, I think you make it to the other side, and you notice parts of that left side are all charred and torn. The yellow jacket itself taking some damage, but seeing through to the end. The pillars lower, the fire disappears. The crowd, after a murmur, proceeds to cheer for you. Heimel doesn't say anything at all.
Heimel doesn't say anything?
He's just kind of watching you very carefully.
Do I feel as I'm not gonna dig any deeper than this, but do I feel as his demeanor has shifted a little, or no?
Just
Not really.
a little bit.
Floss is gonna take a bow for the audience, but keep her darts on Heimel.
They all cheer after a moment. Heimel kind of smiles and says, "Floss, the great balancing act." Now, if we could proceed to our other acts this evening. Oh, well, I overtake myself. You wanted some questions answered, didn't you, you three?
Yes.
What questions? Perhaps one for each of you. One for each death-defying act.
One moment. Floss is going to run back over and like football huddle up with the other two.
Plunkett is also in the football huddle.
He definitely would.
You know, he's under. He's like he's in the middle.
He's hiding underneath Calvin's legs.
Okay, Calvin, I think it would be appropriate since I have a much more important question to ask, and you wanted to know about that cage with the villagers. You should probably ask about that.
I don't think Calvin really ever said anything about that, but he was.
No, he looked at it, and
Yeah, he
Floss
was definitely
picked up on
looking
that.
at it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because Floss leaned over and said, "We'll get all the answers we need after." I assume that Floss would be able to get. I don't want to argue with him anymore. Tar, I can't imagine you have anything you'd want to ask. So can I give you a question to ask?
Or can I just give you my question?
I mean, well, do you have
you can
something
have
you want to ask?
two, and
Heimel?
no, like you can have two, and I can have one. I don't want to speak to this guy anymore.
Floss raises her head out of the football huddle really quick. And kind of like shouts a little bit across the room to Heimel. Is it fine if I have his question?
Tar Kagayama, always quick to sacrifice something, but perhaps a little too late, my friend.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have to talk to him.
Great.
Look, I already owe you one, so you just talk to him for a quick second. Ask him about Xander. And, well, okay, how about this? Let me think of the question in its exact wording. What happened to Xander, and does the mannequin have anything to do with it? That's what I want you to ask him.
Stands up from the huddle, turns around, and says, "What happened to Xander, and does the mannequin have anything to do with it?"
It's almost as if he appears in front of you without moving at all. Well, you see, Tar Kagayama, the filthy Blaze Order took him away from me, but it's all right. He's still with us. And he looks over at the mannequin, and then after a moment, he reappears back where he was standing.
I don't like that.
I think Calvin's gonna take this chance to ask the cages. What are those about?
Well, of course, we have, and he, appears in front of the iguanid man. A pirate caught trying to smuggle goods out of my circus tent on his way back home. Give me 1 second. Say hello, Michael. Michael looks at Floss. Hello.
Floss. Oh, I was
ahead,
just gonna say
go
Floss
ahead.
peers at him.
He says, I noticed that you know a thing or two about one of my friends.
Floss, like, raises an eyebrow really quick. Does Floss have any yellow jacket, or anything that she could point? Like, she doesn't have the amulet anymore, does she?
No, I
Or
think you
anything
gave the
that she could
stand
point
amulet
to it.
back to
Yeah.
Atreus.
Anything that it could. All okay. Floss is going to say. Oh, hold on. Someone's knocking on my door. 1 second.
I love his fuck-ass voice, by the way. It's
Okay, I'm
fuck-ass
back.
Iguanid.
Floss is going to peer at him again really quick and just questioningly say,
Yeah.
Oh shit! Just questioningly say, "Yellow jacket."
I used to be back in the day. Long time ago.
Floss looks to Heimel and see if he reacts to the term "yellow jacket" at all.
Heimel does not have any kind of reaction.
Okay, Floss has all the information she needs from that. But he's gonna go on with the cage and the villagers. I'm assuming due to Calvin's
Yes.
question.
There was a second cage that has a woman in it, a younger woman with brown hair, who's moved away from the cage and looks terrified. Heimel says, and this one, a member of the NBO. They took everything away from me, you know. My little torture plaything. She looks at you with wide eyes. She looks afraid. She looks terrified. She doesn't say anything. It looks like she's also scared of you and Calvin. And then he gestures towards the villagers in the larger cage. And these are people who just happened to stumble in here on a late night stroll. My captive audience, if you will.
I think Calvin's looking narrow-eyed at the cage with the woman in it.
She looks terrified.
So you've been, if you would allow me another question. You've been keeping people in here?
Well, a circus needs its acts and its playthings, don't you agree?
You know, Calvin is going to, assume that Nishio has been watching this whole thing happen.
Yes, Nishio is in the audience, sitting next to two not mannequins, but two faceless people just eating popcorn.
That's fucking awesome.
This is an empty space for everyone else.
Yeah.
He's looking to the cage full of people. He's thinking for a moment. But otherwise he's silent.
Any other questions?
Floss has a question. I forgot it. I have to remember. Hold
Wow.
on.
Tara, what about you?
No, Tari asked this question.
Tar doesn't want to speak to this
Tar
man
does
anymore.
not want to talk to
And,
this
Not
and,
guy.
like
and he already asked this question anyways. So,
Damn, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
yeah, it was about
You're right,
it was about
he did. I'm
Xander and the mannequins. Fuck. That was about Xander and the mannequins. And then I have an idea.
Okay.
You know, we performed in your circus, and the recognition is, payment's enough. But wouldn't you say that questions are a little bit of a dull prize? Maybe one of your captive audience members could suffice.
I think you make a very valid point. But the acts you performed weren't nearly enough. You see, he kind of like creates space between all of you. How would we like our final act this evening with our wonderful guests? The crowd goes wild. You see, he holds out his hand, the mannequin mimics it. The middle cage with the younger woman is plucked from the air and dropped in the middle of the arena. The cage falls to the ground with a thud, and you see spikes and ruinous shapes take form in the middle of the arena. Skeletons on pikes, fully severed heads, scorched earth. There are bodies coming out of the sand covered in bullet wounds. Sand grows around all of you and begins to take shape, almost like a miniature sandstorm. And what did she find in lands afar in Spire's crest? When all the world was invaded, did she help defend as this wild sandstorm took a Desdrin and killed my brother? Of course not. She begins crying. And what say you in your defense? A combat medic who saved no one and fled from the scene? She's streaming tears. I had children, I had a family to get back to. It wasn't my fault.
Calvin's thinking back to the first time he died right now. He was not unlike this guy when it came to how extreme he's being. But I'd like to think he's grown since then. He's just thinking about that. He's not going to do anything yet.
Heimel says to the three of you, my guests, what do we do with filthy NBO dogs? In your hands appear these large torches lit aflame.
All three of us?
Yes.
And-
Around you, there are the two cages to the left. One having Michael, one having villagers. In the center is the scene before you, with still this cage, but like the bars are wide enough you could reach in, having this NBO medic lady in the middle. There are corpses, there's a severed head. Of course, across the way is Heimel, and the mannequin who appears to be like gently moving his arms slowly. Plunkett is behind, there is the crowd of thousands of faceless beings, and of course Nishio is in the audience as well.
Yeah, what's she like? What is she looking like right now? I'm assuming
she like went to grab a bite of popcorn and then dropped it in the bag, and she appears to be looking at you very closely, Calvin, almost expecting something from you.
Calvin is gonna look to the torch in his hand. It's like a torch in his hand, right?
Yes, it's a large torch. Floss and Tar, you have these as well.
Floss is going to look to Calvin and, like, very, very gently shake her head no.
Calvin is going to walk up to the cage.
The woman backs up. She's, please, I have two boys at home. You don't have to do this, okay? They're probably
He's not
worried
doing
sick
anything
about me.
yet. And he's not doing anything yet. He's just looking at her.
I think Floss... I don't know if Calvin's looks back at Floss, but Floss shakes her head a little bit harder this time.
Just this once, I think he's gonna do something different, and this could go horribly wrong.
I don't like that. I don't like that, Tormac.
Oh, okay. But Calvin, after looking at this woman, lets out a bit of a relenting sigh and just puts a hand on the cage and casts Disintegrate.
On her?
No, on the cage.
Okay, on the cage. Hell yeah. The cage disappears into ash, and she, like, kind of slumps to her knees and is staring at you. Heimel goes, good! Get closer!
And can Floss butt in really quick,
Yeah.
if that's fine?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not Calvin, but Connor, is that fine with you? Or are you gonna do more? because I have a very
I'm
good
assuming-
idea.
This is the Floss session.
Yeah, I'm letting Floss do her thing. I'm
Floss
gonna let
is,
Floss do her thing.
Floss is going to hold the torch, not outward, but to her side. Step into the ring of spikes and stuff. Obviously, there's no cage, so she can step in, right?
A light sandstorm swirls around you.
I think Floss is going to look. What is Xander doing right now?
Xander the mannequin is slowly moving his arms in the same motion the sandstorm is making. Heimel is just like kind of foaming at the mouth, like with eyes wide, wide smile, eagerly awaiting her death.
Floss is going to look to Calvin and Tar. I don't know if this is something that she could convey by face only, face and gesture only, but if she can, it would be something along the lines of mentally lend me your strength.
I think Calvin. I'm assuming it's probably just gonna be like a nod or some shit.
Looks at Tar.
Har puts out the torch that he has and looks at you.
Floss is going to look towards Heimel and Xander. She's going to hold a hand up in front of her face, blocking Heimel out of her view. She is going to look to Xander, and she's going to say, Xander, what do you think I should do to this woman?
The mannequin's head turns to look at you and kind of looks down. He then looks back up and is staring at your torch.
Floss is going to, with all of her energy and all of her might, try and, like, just block Heimel out of her fucking conscious. Is this what you want?
He's staring at the torch, and then he kind of looks down at his wooden limbs, and then back up at you, expectantly.
Floss doesn't move any forward, but she moves the torch from her side to, like, pointing outwards, like thrustwards towards, I don't know how far away it is, probably like 20, 30 feet. But
20, 30 feet.
there's something like that. I don't know how far it is, but points it like towards Xander and looks expectantly for an answer.
As you point the torch towards him, it's almost like he's trying to move closer to the flame, but his body won't let him.
Calvin,
I
Floss,
see
Floss looks
what
to Calvin.
Floss
Yeah.
is doing. Can I cast spirals?
What is
What is that?
spirals, Calvin?
Okay. I warp space. Okay, it says you warp space around you into indecipherable set paths of your own choosing. You and creatures of your choice within range of the effect gain the ability to, as a bonus action, attempt to cast Misty Step at
Holy
no cost
fuck,
to anywhere
that's
within
so
the area.
cool. I don't want you to roll or anything for this. Calvin, you cast this spell. Floss, you see kind of like reality around you twisting into these like circular spiral patterns. This happens for Tar and Calvin as well. Heimel is too focused on the woman and the fire and wanting her to die to see what's happening. He's kind of like leaning forward and going, yes, end her now!
Fucking kill?
So I'm assuming we all surround Xander, right? What we're doing.
Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be what. Like, I think Calvin initially saw it as like, oh, you need to get up there. So he's like casting spirals to
okay.
allow you to do
So
that. So yeah.
They're all standing next to Xander now.
Does Tar do this as well,
I'm assuming.
Tristan?
He said, sorry, Dad yelled for me.
Is he missing out on peak right now?
No, I'm not. I have a dilemma going on because like Tar's smart. I just worry of the consequences. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna teleport with him or
Okay,
Misty Step with him.
Appearing next to Xander and behind him, first Floss, then to her left Tar, and to her right Calvin, all three of you holding the torches. There is a split second where Heimel, like, his frothing rage and bloodlust drops from his face, and he slow-mo turns to look over at Xander.
Floss is going to put a hand on Xander's mannequin head as it falls to the side of his face. And she goes, "Good night, friend."
You
And
hear,
Floss lights up a blaze.
before he's lit ablaze, you hear a very soft whisper. Thank you. I'm so sorry. The flame connects wood, and the entire circus goes up in fire. Thousands of people scream out in pain as they disappear, and everything around you vanishes in a blaze. Then you find yourself back on that wooden dock, the carnival tent behind you on fire, smoke pillowing into the night. You see the NBO woman on her knees falls onto the wet dock, and she's crying. You see the villagers all like begin just booking it the second they get on the dock. The pirate man begins to walk over next to you guys. And Heimel, his ringmaster attire disappears. You see a long, ragged beard with gray color in it. You see his clothes tattered and beaten down. He clearly hasn't been clean in years. His eyes are saggy. He hasn't slept in a long time. He's barely standing there. His face is shock and fear.
I think Floss is going to hold on. I have to math really quick. It's 8, so that's 4. Floss is going to, like, flip a single gold coin his way, and oh, go ahead.
The coin goes and lands at his feet.
Fix yourself. Do something with this. Stop hurting people.
He looks down at the coin. He looks up at you. He picks the coin up. And with tears streaming, he says, "The show must go on."
That's right. Floss is gonna, like, not kick open the chest, but, like, open it with her foot really quick and pull out some of the applications and set them, like, I'm sure there's, like, desks in here with papers and stuff.
You guys are actually outside. The circus
Oh, we're not on
tent
the tent?
is ablaze.
Okay. Oh,
Like
wait,
the
none of
small
the
circus tent.
memorabilia is intact at all?
No, it's currently on fire. Smoke is like billowing into the night.
Okay, well then let me rephrase. Clearly, you have a knack for the whole circus thing. Sure, you liked it when you did it. Just-
I did.
Just do it like your folks did.
Uh,
I'm sure you'll find your way.
He looks desperate, and he kind of gives like a soft nod.
Floss is going to turn towards Michael.
Michael looks at you. Thank you for helping me.
Yeah. She like looks at her nails, like looks at her nails, like flips them the other way or whatever. How long have you been in there exactly?
Maybe 6 or 7 hours. You know what Trey is? You know the Yellow Jackets?
Yeah, and he kind of called for you. That's why I'm here. Didn't exactly do this out of the kindness of my heart.
He called for me. That's good. I was actually on my way to go see him.
Oh, well, yeah, that's why I'm here. So we better get a move on.
Wait, hold on. There's something you need to know about.
Floss looks towards him.
I think I found something that can help us gain back our criminal hand over the city.
Who's us? The Yellow Jackets?
The Yellow Jackets, of course. I only left to go find something to help us gain power again.
Oh, about that. Yeah, what's the name he's known by? Noctis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Noctis is kind of running rampant as hell right now.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Look, I think this is a real game changer. You see, he hands you a small red stone. It almost looks familiar, Floss.
Is it familiar?
Yes, it is, in fact. It looks like The same stone that's in the Sunstone Amulet.
The one that you the stand arrow.
Yeah. He hands it to you and he says, I found this while I was out pirating, and in the middle of the night it activated, and it gave me this. And you see he like points a thumb over his shoulder. This large blue barbarian dragonborn comes out of him. Calvin, Floss, you both recognize this as an astral soul. I will now put Michael in Faces We Know.
Yo.
You see with a shimmer, it disappears. I think that thing can awaken abilities.
I've seen something similar to this.
You have?
Yeah, same kind of thing, except it's in like an amulet that's all spiky and you stab yourself with it, but it does the same thing, activates astral souls and such.
Maybe they're related.
Most likely. We should take this back to Atreus.
I'm happily to come back.
Yeah.
What's your
Floss
name?
looks. Oh, Floss.
That's right, they kept saying that.
Looks to over her left and right shoulder. Calvin, Tar.
Greetings.
Floss. Oh, sorry. I
Sorry,
was.
go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Floss looks to the spot in the mud where, what we said his name like 15 times. Xander's brother,
Oh, Heimel.
Heimel. I looked at the spot where Heimel was. Is he still there?
It looks like he left. The only people
Okay.
still here are Michael and then the NBO woman who like is walking out to face the sea from the dock now.
If Calvin was going to say something, Calvin can say something. Otherwise, I'm going to do something really quick.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do my thing if you want to do your thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying not to take the spotlight here because it is.
Yeah,
your
no,
session.
you do your thing. Do your thing, because I'm going to do something after.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to the NBO lady.
Yeah. She looks over her shoulder and looks at you. And she almost looks... She can't tell what to feel when she looks at you. There's a moment of disgust and fear, and then a moment of appreciation.
He's going to actually say something. What I did back there, that's not something I'd usually go through with. I'm letting you go.
She looks at you. You said that you want to take out the NBO. You
I
and
do.
Floss both? Why would you ever want to do that? They're the only thing
You got a
peak-
family, right?
Of course, 2 children.
Imagine if you lost that.
I do every day. And the NBO is the only thing keeping them fed and safe.
Well, maybe you should look a little more into that. Because the reason I'm here is because I lost mine. Alright?
I'm
And then he's gonna walk
sorry.
off without any... Like, he's gonna walk off without letting her
Okay.
respond, right?
Yeah, she
Don't
goes to
make me
say
regret
something.
this.
Before she can speak, you leave. Then she's kind of looking over at Floss.
Floss hands her a gold coin as well. And hold on, let me calculate. 36. Okay. Floss hands her 1 GP as well. And she'll stand there if she wants to say something, but all she's gonna say is, for every 1 person the MBO helps, they hurt 20.
She looks at you with like almost like a concerned and confused look. When I had nothing and no one, they gave me a place to be. They sheltered me, they fed me, they gave me a job. I was able to save lives in the care that I was given. I was a combat medic. I saw the front lines and I I saved civilians, I got them out. I don't know what they're like here at home. But when it comes to fighting off the Sands, we're doing our best. And if no one's going to stand up to it, the NBO will. And you can bet on that.
You're not wrong for wanting to help people and thinking the MBO does as well. And to an extent, they have helped people. But she, like, pinches her temples a little bit. I don't really know how to convey this to you. Just keep what you think in your heart, but I don't look a little bit into it. They're definitely not the best.
Floss, is it?
Yeah.
If you want the NBO to be a better place, if you intend on killing them or wiping them out, that's not the way to go about it. There are hundreds of innocent people like me who work for them, who rely on them. People who would suffer if you took them out. If you want to change who they are, what they stand for, change what the NBO is. Don't wipe them out. You and your friends are clearly powerful, clearly meaningful. I think if you set your mind to it, you can change who they are. There needs to be no bloodshed involved in that.
And what's your name?
My name is Michaela. And she kind of gives you a half smile.
Thank you, Michaela. And Floss is gonna leave.
Hell yeah. Nishio takes Calvin's side. Plunkett is happily plunking along. Tar,
Plunking,
do you
yeah.
do anything?
Okay.
I'm plunking it.
Tar's still really embarrassed having to act like a lion. And so he's just not saying anything, and he's got like a pissed off look on his face.
Okay. Given the schedule and how we're doing sessions, next session appears to be Claire's like actual solo session. And then after that is Severance. So I'm going to assume, for the sake of how the campaign shakes out, the three of you are going to go meet with Severance and try to find her at the Crucible, I believe, because you know she stormed off there.
Well, weren't we taking Michael back to Atreus?
You would have to
Or is
head
it-
back to Ulrich.
Oh shit! Right. So is Michael just gonna chill with
Michael is
us?
now just chilling with you for the time being.
That's fine. Yeah, as long as he knows.
He seems happy to tag along.
Okay.
So you guys are going to head to the Crucible to meet up with Sunwich, and we will see you guys in chapter 12, part 4, Sanguinius Promesia Gloria. Next session, we will have part 3 of Tales from Sunwich. Are you there, Alterheim? It's me, Claire, which is a total Claire solo session. And then she will meet up with you guys in the Severance session, too. Is there anything you guys want to do before we wrap up today?
Nothing that I want to do.
Yeah,
Okay.
Now, there is something I want to do, but honestly, like, I think, how should we handle this? Because it is Floss's session, so it's like, I don't want to...
Well, there's nothing I want to do, and I feel like I've gotten plenty. If there's something you want to do with like your, I don't know what Nishio is to you, but if there's something you want to like do, that's fine. I don't mind.
Ghost that haunts me. Anyway, I think Calvin's like just gonna look to Nishio and do the right thing that time.
Nishio gives you a smile and like a playful nod and says, "Right and wrong are merely subjective terms, Calvin. How do you feel about what you did? Do you feel good? Do you feel like you helped out somebody? Do you feel fulfilled? Good and evil cannot be inherently defined by anything. in my personal code, I find that good is going out of your way to assist and improve someone's quality of life, and evil is instead hampering on someone's quality of life.
Calvin doesn't respond, I don't think. He's not sure what to say.
With that, you guys walk through the docks and fade out into the rest of the city. And we pan up and out into the black.